guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Sandra, just like asking a question. Will Sandra help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm trying to keep it long, but y'all know if it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. The golden nugget today is staying in benediction. Staying in benediction. What am I talking about? First and foremost, let me say this, y'all. The whole time growing up, before the knowledge came, benediction to me meant closing out, to close out, to shut down, to turn off, which means, oosh, y'all be quiet. The pastor, oosh, y'all be quiet. The email, ooh, y'all be quiet. The priest is about to close us out. And then we can go on what? We can go and eat, or we can go to the mall, or we can go and watch that football game, or we can go on and do whatever, watch Real House or whoever. You get what I'm saying? That's how I saw benediction, the closing out of something, which means closing off of something. And when you look at benediction in that sense, you really do close it off. That's how, and that's why, that when certain people leave their religious establishments, whether it's a church, a masjid, a synagogue, or whatever, they have gone there and just had a good old time in worship, but then by the time they get home, they fussing, they arguing, they got an attitude, they in their feelings. You're like, no, didn't we just leave the church? Didn't we just leave the masjid? Didn't we just leave the synagogue and we acting like this? I'm gonna tell you why that happens. It's because you have been looking at benediction as a closing out of something, as a shutting off of something. And that is not what benediction is. When God gave me this information, I was like, OMG, as long as I was thinking of the benediction being the closing so that I can go home and eat that good old roast or that apple pie that mama would bake, or even my dad would cook, you know? So I was like, you know what? It's time to eat when the benediction, which means that's a closing out, but that ain't what it means. Benediction, you guys, mean the utterance of a blessing, utterance of blessings, right? That's giving. Not just the utterance of blessings, but the utterance of being grateful, the utterance of being thankful, which means there's supposed to be a continuation after you leave your religious establishment, whether your religious establishment is your closet, which means you praying at home, or if you're meditating at home. Because you know what? When you're praying at home and getting your good goods at home, at the last part of it, there is a benediction, but if you've been viewing it as a closing, then you've been shutting off your alignment and you being connected to source. And I'm just being honest with you because that's just how we see it at times. And I'm here to tell you that that's not what it means. It is not a closing. You got to stop looking at benediction means the closing. It's not a closing of anything. It's a continuation that you're supposed to perform when you leave those establishments, or when you leave your prayer closet, or when you leave from meditating, what have you. It's a continuation that's supposed to happen. Continuation of blessings, gratefulness, and thankfulness. And when you stay in benediction, it allows you to what? Be aligned and connected. So by the time you get home from leaving church, somebody may come at you sideways or crazy, but guess what? Because you are still in benediction, which means the utterance of blessings, the utterance of gratefulness, the utterance of thankfulness, you are walking in clarity. Why? Because you're still connected to the source. You get what I'm saying? Which means that person who's coming at you crazy, you're not going to look at them as if they're coming at you sideways. You're going to be able to see them clearly and notice that, oh, they're hurting. I need to be gentle with them. So let me be gentle with them to calm them down, to get to the matter of the situation so that we can come into some peace, or I can just bring them into peace. In other words, you get what I'm saying? So that's what benediction is. And that's why the golden nugget is staying in benediction, which means you want to make sure that after every single prayer, when you give your benediction, that you understand it means it's a continuation of blessings, that it's a continuation of what? Being grateful, and that it's a continuation of being what? Thankful. And that way you will always be what? Plugged in. Yes, aligned and connected. I'm being honest with y'all, because the longest of the time, y'all, I thought benediction means it was close to getting time to eat. That when he said, may the Lord watch between y'all know it, while we're absent one from another. I was like, oh, I can smell that chicken right now. Oh, I can smell that roast right now. Oh, I can smell that steak right now. Oh, I can smell those cabbages. Every word of that benediction, I can smell the cornbread. You get what I'm saying? I just assumed and thought that benediction at the time meant the closing out of something. Shutting that worship and praise and gratefulness and thankfulness and blessings off until the next Sunday, or until the next Friday, or until the next Saturday, until the next whenever you meet up with the congregational. Or even if you ain't meeting up, until the next time you pray, you shut it off until the next time you go in your prayer closet. That's what, and I know I'm not the only one who was thinking that, but benediction does not mean it's the end of something. It means it's a continuation of blessings, of gratefulness, and being thankful. You get what I'm saying? And that's going to keep you aligned and connected as well. It's going to keep you awake and aware. So y'all, I hope y'all got the gist of it. I got to walk Atlas. Atlas is at least take him outside to get some fresh air. He's waiting on me, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I do hope y'all got the gist of it, because a lot of times we do confuse benediction with the closing out of instead of the continuation of blessings, gratefulness, and thankfulness. So with that being said, I hope y'all got the gist of it. If you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask a smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.